You in love right now?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
You're not?
No, but
Kevin Costner, Hollywood's brooding heartthrob, cowboy icon, and Oscar-winning legend, has been through it all. From cinematic glory to messy personal heartbreaks, the 68-year-old actor has lived much of his life under the unforgiving spotlight. And just when the world thought he'd retreat quietly into a life of solitude following a dramatic and very public divorce, Kevin Costner is making headlines again, but this time it's not for a blockbuster role or legal battle. Rumors have exploded across the internet. Has Kevin finally found love again? And not with just anyone, but with none other than multi-talented singer-songwriter Jewel Kilcher. A relationship reportedly sparked on a billionaire's private Caribbean island, involving moonlit tennis matches, subtle flirtation, and a country western vibe that has Jewel completely smitten. The matchmaker? None other than Virgin Group mogul Richard Branson. It's the kind of Hollywood meets romantic comedy fairy tale no one saw coming. But is it all real? Are they serious or just having fun? Let's dive into everything we know about Kevin Costner's alleged new flame, the billionaire connection, and what this all means for both stars. Kevin Costner's life after divorce hasn't been all palm trees and smiles, though those moments did arrive, eventually. In the wake of his painful split from Christine Baumgartner, Kevin's world was marked by quiet heartbreak and private battles. After 18 years of marriage, the separation wasn't just a legal one. It was emotional, exhausting, and, at times, devastating. The public saw court battles over child support and sprawling properties, but behind the scenes, Kevin was reeling. Friends described him as trying to keep it together. But the truth is, the break left a deep scar. It was a thrilling yet gut-wrenching chapter for the beloved star. He retreated from the spotlight, throwing himself into work on Yellowstone, where his rugged cowboy role mirrored the stoic, wounded man he had become in real life. But even in the quiet, he was healing, grieving a life he built and lost, a family that had changed forever. Sadness lingered like an old friend, but Kevin didn't let it consume him. Then came the surprise. Kevin, smiling again, walking barefoot along a tropical beach, hand in hand with singer Jewel. The photos were cute, sweet even, and fans couldn't help but swoon. It wasn't just a romance. It was a glimpse of Kevin allowing joy back into his life. Jewel, vibrant and compassionate, seemed to bring something out in him that had been lost. Laughter, ease, maybe even hope. For a man once seen as Hollywood's rugged hero, this vulnerable period revealed a softer, more human Kevin. Divorce hurt him deeply, but it didn't define him. Instead, it marked a turning point, a bittersweet journey of reflection, heartache, and the courage to open his heart again. From the heartbreak of courtrooms to the thrill of tropical getaways, Kevin's post-divorce life is a mix of sorrow and sweetness, a testament to resilience. And maybe, just maybe, a second chance at love. Jewel Kilcher has always defied expectations. While the world knows her as the soulful voice behind "Who Will Save Your Soul" and "You Were Meant for Me," there's a deeper, more untamed layer to the Alaskan-born singer-songwriter. Raised in the wilderness without running water or electricity, Jewel didn't just survive. She thrived. That same survival instinct would later drive her to sleep in a van while performing in tiny venues, slowly building a career on sheer talent and perseverance. Her image may radiate poetic softness, but beneath that serene exterior is a fiercely independent spirit, with a taste for the unconventional. Jewel has never been the type to follow industry trends or settle for surface-level connections. That wild, grounded nature makes her a perfect match for someone like Kevin Costner, whose own reputation is built on grit, quiet strength, and an enduring connection to Americana. People close to Jewel have long known she's drawn to men who are unpolished and genuine, men who remind her of her roots. Kevin, with his cowboy persona, love for the outdoors, and refusal to play Hollywood's political games, seems to check every box. He's not just another pretty face in a suit. He's a man who knows how to ride a horse, build something from nothing, and carry himself with confidence without needing applause. For Jewel, love isn't about flashy dates or red carpet appearances. It's about connection, shared values, and mutual respect. Her hidden wild side, one shaped by her Alaskan upbringing and hardened by fame's challenges, gravitates toward authenticity. In Kevin Costner, she may have finally found someone who understands that part of her, not just the woman on stage, but the one who still hears the call of the wild. Richard Branson might be best known for launching rockets, airlines, and music labels, but in this case, he launched something far more unexpected: a new romance. Behind the scenes of Kevin Costner and Jewel Kilcher's blossoming connection is none other than the thrill-seeking billionaire himself, playing the role of modern-day Cupid. Branson has long held a unique position at the intersection of business, celebrity, and philanthropy. Over the decades, he's forged genuine friendships with A-listers, including Kevin Costner, whom he's known since the 1990s. His relationship with Jewel goes just as deep. He's been a major supporter of her Inspiring Children Foundation, a cause close to her heart that focuses on mental health and mentorship for at-risk youth. So when Kevin's marriage publicly unraveled, Branson stepped in, not with advice, but with a getaway. He invited Costner to his luxurious private Necker Island retreat in the Caribbean, allegedly as a way to help him recharge and reset. At the same time, Jewel was slated to attend a charity event hosted on the island, blending purpose with leisure in true Branson fashion. Sources claim this was no calculated matchmaking mission, but rather a serendipitous convergence Branson facilitated with perfect timing. As one insider told the Daily Mail, Richard Branson is 100% responsible for Kevin and Jewel hooking up. The island's serene backdrop, free of paparazzi and Hollywood noise, allowed the two stars to connect in an authentic and relaxed environment. Shared values, mutual admiration, and perhaps a few late-night conversations under Caribbean stars did the rest. Branson's role wasn't about orchestration. It was about creating the space where two kindred spirits could meet. And for a man known for pushing boundaries and redefining norms, helping spark an unexpected love story might just be his most heartwarming venture yet. Thanksgiving weekend marked a major turning point for Kevin Costner and Jewel Kilcher. While whispers of their connection had been circulating for some time, it was during this holiday escape that things became undeniably real. Set against the breathtaking backdrop of Richard Branson's private Necker Island, the pair let their guard down, and that's when the sparks truly started to fly. Multiple witnesses say Kevin and Jewel were inseparable throughout the weekend. One particularly telling photo that quickly made the rounds online showed Kevin with his arms gently wrapped around Jewel's waist, the two looking completely at ease in each other's presence. Another candid moment captured them laughing during a doubles tennis match alongside Branson, their chemistry impossible to ignore. They were flirty, and when they were together, it was like they both just lit up, one insider shared. The sentiment was echoed by another source close to Jewel, who added, "She is not really one for words, but her friends can see a light in her that hasn't been there in quite some time." The island getaway was the perfect setting for their bond to blossom. Private, intimate, and free from the spotlight's usual pressure. Away from red carpets and film sets, the two could just be themselves. And that authenticity shone through in every shared glance, every unguarded moment. In the world of celebrity romance, genuine emotion often gets lost in staged photo ops and PR games. But fans noticed something different here. The body language wasn't forced. The smiles weren't rehearsed. It felt like two people genuinely enjoying each other's company, both emerging from personal struggles and finding a surprising spark during a weekend meant for gratitude and reflection. For Kevin and Jewel, Thanksgiving wasn't just about turkey and tradition, it was about new beginnings. Now that Kevin Costner and Jewel Kilcher have been spotted cozying up on Necker Island and spending meaningful time together, the question on everyone's mind is simple. Are they actually dating? Or is this just a light-hearted fling between two famous friends? According to the Daily Mail's inside source, the pair are having fun and not labeling the relationship as anything serious, at least not yet. But in typical Hollywood fashion, that kind of vague description often means there's more going on beneath the surface than anyone is willing to confirm publicly. A-listers are notoriously private when it comes to new relationships, especially when fresh out of something emotionally taxing, like Costner's recent and very public divorce. Still, the signs are intriguing. Sources say Jewel is taken by Kevin's rugged, country western vibe, a far cry from the Hollywood elites she's often surrounded by. Kevin, on the other hand, finds Jewel to be a breath of fresh air. Her authenticity, independence, and grounded personality are said to be exactly what he's looking for right now. They both understand fame's pressures, value their personal space, and are known for staying out of tabloid chaos as much as possible. That mutual understanding has created an environment where something meaningful could naturally develop. Their connection seems to be based on mutual respect and comfort, rather than flashy dates or strategic publicity. Whether it's a romantic dinner under the stars or a laugh shared during a tennis match, their chemistry feels genuine and unforced, something rare in an industry built on optics. While neither camp has officially confirmed a relationship, the warmth between them is undeniable. And as those close to them suggest, whatever label applies right now doesn't really matter. What does matter is that both seem happy, present, and open to wherever this journey might take them, whether it's casual fun or the start of something deeper. Let's talk about that photo, the one that quietly shook the internet. Kevin Costner, with his arm gently wrapped around Jewel Kilcher's waist, wasn't just a cute snapshot. It was a telling moment layered with symbolism. Unlike the orchestrated couples debuts we've come to expect in Hollywood, this image felt raw, unfiltered, and emotionally loaded. Kevin, known for keeping his private life well guarded, is not one to show physical affection casually in public. Whether on the red carpet or navigating life outside the spotlight, he's been consistently understated when it comes to romance. That's what made this candid island photo so striking. It wasn't staged. It wasn't promotional. It was a man who seemed genuinely at ease next to someone who made him feel comfortable and maybe even happy. Jewel, on her end, looked effortlessly relaxed. Her posture was open, her expression calm and unguarded. The kind of ease that suggests trust, mutual respect, and yes, affection. Body language experts who weighed in on the viral photos pointed out the unspoken comfort between the two. One analyst noted, "This is a shared emotional space. Their proximity and posture say, we feel safe here, with each other." In an era dominated by performative love stories, where social media feeds are curated like movie trailers, this moment between Kevin and Jewel stood out because of its simplicity. No captions, no statements, just the kind of natural closeness that can't be manufactured. The symbolism in their public moments speaks volumes about where they might be emotionally, even if they're not defining it publicly. It's not just about romance, it's about healing, connection, and allowing space for something real to unfold. For two people who've weathered life's harder storms, that single embrace may have meant far more than anyone realized at first glance. When whispers of a Kevin Costner-Jewel romance started making the rounds, social media exploded with reactions that ranged from joyful celebration to playful disbelief. Fans didn't hold back, and the internet turned into a buzzing hub of hot takes, swooning memes, and emotional gifs. For many, it was refreshing to see Costner, Hollywood's longtime brooding cowboy, looking genuinely content after a public and painful divorce. The idea that he might be finding solace in the company of Jewel, a soulful singer known for her emotional depth and authenticity, hit a sweet spot. Kevin Costner smiling again? That's the kind of news we need more of, one Twitter user posted, racking up thousands of likes. Of course, some were surprised by the pairing. Jewel, at 50, and Costner, at 68, do come from slightly different generational and professional worlds. Yet, that contrast had only added to the intrigue. Fans found themselves piecing together the story like amateur detectives, analyzing photos, timestamps, and even charity event guest lists to validate their favorite new couple. Online comments flooded in, reflecting a mix of excitement and approval. Wait, Kevin and Jewel? I'm weirdly obsessed with this. They both survived Hollywood with their souls intact. It makes sense they'd find each other. He's the cowboy. She's the songbird. I'm sold. The online energy wasn't just limited to fan pages either. Entertainment gossip accounts noted subtle celebrity engagement, likes from actors, fire emojis from musicians, and even cryptic quotes posted by mutual friends. Without an official statement, the mystery only fueled more excitement. In a world where celebrity romances often feel like PR maneuvers, this one felt grounded. Two adults who've lived real lives, made real mistakes, and are now possibly finding a quiet kind of happiness. The internet didn't just notice, it embraced it. And, in true 2025 fashion, that virtual approval might be the modern version of a blessing. Kevin Costner's romantic history reads like a who's who of Hollywood's elite, from his college sweetheart Cindy Silva to socialite Bridget Rooney, and, most recently, handbag designer Christine Baumgartner. Each of these relationships played out under the intense glare of the spotlight, often marked by red carpet appearances, media scrutiny, and the demands of maintaining high-profile images. But his rumored connection with Jewel Kilcher feels markedly different, more grounded, more intimate, and perhaps even more authentic. Jewel isn't just a celebrity, she's an artist with depth. Her music is laced with vulnerability, raw emotion, and personal truth, shaped by a life that hasn't always been easy. Raised in the wilds of Alaska without modern conveniences, and having spent time homeless before making it big, Jewel has an inner resilience and clarity of purpose that set her apart. She doesn't play by Hollywood's rules, and that's likely a huge part of her appeal. For Kevin, who has navigated decades of fame and fortune, that kind of authenticity may feel like a breath of fresh air. After the highly publicized end of his nearly two-decade marriage to Baumgartner, he's not looking for fanfare. He's looking for peace, depth, and connection. And Jewel, with her introspective nature and commitment to meaningful causes, offers just that. What also makes this romance feel different is the mutual appreciation for the simple things. Both Kevin and Jewel seem to value nature, solitude, and personal growth. They're not chasing fame or followers, they're finding comfort in shared quiet moments and real conversation. It's the kind of connection that doesn't scream for attention, but instead hums gently in the background, quietly powerful and deeply felt. This isn't just another celebrity pairing. It's two seasoned souls possibly finding something rare: companionship without performance, connection without chaos. And in a world where everything is curated and calculated, that kind of love feels revolutionary. The buzz surrounding Kevin Costner and Jewel Kilcher continues to swell, and naturally, the question on everyone's mind is, what's next? Will they take the plunge into full public coupledom, or will they choose to keep their blossoming relationship under wraps? If their recent behavior is any indication, privacy seems to be the name of the game, for now. Neither Kevin nor Jewel has a reputation for flaunting their personal lives, especially when emotions are still fresh and developing. They've both weathered the public eye long enough to know that going public too soon can invite a circus of speculation and pressure. Still, fans are holding their breath for that first official couple moment. Maybe it'll be an appearance at a low-key charity gala, perhaps tied to one of Jewel's philanthropic endeavors, or a casual sighting at one of Kevin's music gigs. Jewel herself has a tour scheduled for later this year. Will Kevin be in the audience? That could be the kind of soft confirmation fans are looking for. Even without a hard launch, eagle-eyed followers have noted some interesting overlaps. A similar landscape in an Instagram post, a mutual friend tagged at the same event. Subtle breadcrumbs that keep the rumor mill churning. And if their connection strengthens, these little moments may evolve into something more visible. For now, the pair seem content enjoying what they have without the pressures of Hollywood's spotlight dictating their pace. It's a refreshingly mature approach in a culture addicted to overexposure. Whether this turns into a full-fledged romance or remains a meaningful companionship, Kevin and Jewel are already giving fans something rare. A love story that feels genuine. Whatever happens next, one thing's for sure. The world is watching and rooting for a love that defies the expectations of celebrity life. Whether this is just a fling or the start of a new chapter, one thing is clear. Kevin Costner is smiling again. And in the chaotic, high-pressure world of fame, that's no small thing. After heartbreak, legal battles, and public scrutiny, he's found someone who makes him laugh, lights up when he walks into the room, and shares his love for life's quieter, more meaningful moments. Jewel, too, seems to have rediscovered a spark, a rare, genuine light that only shows up when the heart is truly open. And even if this love doesn't end in wedding bells, it's already a story worth telling, of healing, surprise, and second chances. So what do you think? Is this the real deal? Or just a beautiful moment between two close friends? Could we be looking at Hollywood's next power couple? Or is it just some tropical fun before the spotlight fades? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And if you loved this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more juicy celebrity updates, and hit that bell icon so you never miss the next Hollywood bombshell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.